Hello and thanks for checking out my review of the new film Suburbicon, directed by George Clooney. It was co-written by Clooney with his frequent partner Grant Heslov and based on a pre-existing screenplay from the 1980s by the Coen brothers. My reaction didn't align with the clear negative critical consensus as I liked but didn't love this film. The cast includes Matt Damon and Julianne Moore and the performances are all good. Oscar Isaac gives the most entertaining one of the film in a pretty small role. The main plot involves Damon's character dealing with a mob-connected home invasion and it's pretty interesting, but there's also a significant portion of the film dedicated to dealing with racism and integration. This wasn't even hinted at in the trailer and it gets a bit heavy-handed and on the nose at times. The subplot is never awful, but it isn't near the quality of the main story thread. It really feels like two movies mushed into one, and this isn't surprising as supposedly this aspect was not present in the original Coen brothers script. The parts about integration don't directly connect to the main plot and never really lead anywhere. You could argue there was a thematic connection, but I don't think it was strong enough to justify its inclusion. Having said that, the main noir-influenced storyline is good enough to make it overall an enjoyable film. Some plot points are a little predictable, but it's not a movie built around shocking twists. Except for Damon's son, most of the characters are unlikable and do immoral things. This isn't necessarily a problem for me, but it can be for a lot of people. It looks good, but is shot in a pretty standard way. Clooney's direction is solid, but doesn't do much to make Suburbicon stand out. Similarly, Alexander Desplat's score is good as usual, but it's nothing amazing or particularly memorable. The promotional materials may have made this movie seem like more of a comedy, which made me a bit nervous as I definitely prefer Clooney's more dramatic material like Good Night and Good Luck over his comedies such as Leatherheads. But Suburbicon definitely falls more into the drama category, as moments in the trailers that felt comedic were more serious in the final product. There are moments of levity, but it's definitely dark humor and never meant to make the audience bust out in laughter. As I mentioned earlier, reviews have been strongly negative, and it has a score of 28% on Rotten Tomatoes. This is the lowest rating for Clooney as a director, although Monuments Men is only slightly higher. It's projected to have a very modest opening weekend of $6 million, and given the film's reported $25 million budget, it seems unlikely to be profitable. That's all for this one. Thanks for listening.